Make the music play. Music, music, music.
Well, hello. It's
Hello.
another Friday night, and we're here with
It's
Mama
Look
on
Mom
TV.
on TV.
Interestingly enough, this morning
Here
when
we
I
are
got my
again, the
emails,
end of
I
the
had one that said, "Hey, we're not coming
2017
in
season
tonight."
for us. This
So
will
we
be
were
our
out
last
of talent.
show of the
Luckily,
year.
this is Santa Cruz.
Started in June, so
has
we
a
got
lot
6
of
months
talent
under
around.
our
We're
belt
really lucky
on this
tonight
go-round
to
of
have
Look
two
Mom.
really good acts.
Got a ways to go.
And
in
so
order
I'm not going
catch
to
up
blather
with
on the way I do.
what we did
I'm
on
going
the
to turn it over
original
to Jamie McKee
roundup.
and let him.
But it's starting to
wow
be
you,
fun.
and then
And
we're
I
gonna
hope
have
you
a
guys
good
out
stack.
there are
Go
enjoying
ahead,
it,
Jamie.
having some fun.
Well, as far as the
And,
name of the show,
what
Hey
am I
Mom, I'm
doing?
on TV. Well, lots
Okay.
of moms out there. Hi,
You're
Mom.
playing
I was up
the
here.
last show, or an old show. Okay. Now, are we really on the air? Okay, you got a little taste of an earlier show and didn't hear me saying that this is the last show of the year for us. We will not be on the fourth Friday. Come January, second and fourth Friday, tune in. We've already got talent lined up and looks like some good acts, as is tonight, a good act. One very important thing. I do have to say hello to Owen. I hope you're watching. And I'm going to ask you if you watched. So remember, keep in mind, I've got a quiz for you. I'll be kind of brief tonight because our talent, I believe, has a full schedule of music for us. And even though there's a ton of great news out there that either makes you frightfully scared or somehow you get a macabre laugh out of it. A fellow named Moore, I think in Alabama, tried to convince the people that Make America Good Again, really it was only good again back in the 1700s when families were together. And, oh yeah, there was slavery, but boy, it was a great time. Yeah, like that. Want that kind of guy in the old Republican-dominated House. Oh no, he's going for senator. Sorry about that. That's even worse. Couple quickies. As you get older, for some reason, you suddenly start taking medicines, prescriptions. I try to limit them, but I do try to trust in the doctors. But sometimes I wonder. A couple of months ago, I was having trouble with my hand. It was hurting. Both hands were hurting. It got to be hurting really pretty bad, and I went to see a doctor. He said it was gout, and then he gave me something. And I went back. I said, it's not doing that much good. So then he gave me another prescription. And I read the directions. When you read the directions on these prescriptions, they're frightening. And I read it. And suddenly I realized it's the old cod liver oil trick. When I was little, Mom, I don't feel good. I can't go to school today. Well, that's all right, Richard. Just go to bed now and I'll give you some cod liver oil. Oh, wait a second. I'm starting to feel a little better, Mom. Well, that's what this prescription was. I read it. I was so frightened of it. I said, look, I'll tough it out with the pain because I don't want to risk the calamity that's going to befall me. And they're all like that. I take a coagulant reducer, a blood thinner, one of those heavily advertised ones. And I debated. I looked it up. I was looking at, online. Well, you get everything online. You got to be careful what it says. But I try to stick with, a .gov site or WebMD. So I was looking up this drug, and the then the things they said in their flyer, you got to be careful. It could cause gastrointestinal bleeding, which could lead to death. Cuts won't heal. Be careful not to cut yourself because it may bleed for hours. And I'm thinking, oh my God, is this another cod liver oil trick? Yeah. So I finally, I gave up, took it, but I read the directions. One of them was, you got to check your stool. And I'm thinking, stool? What, do they think I'm like Norm from Cheers? I got my own stool at the bar? And I thought about it. Oh, stool. Why don't they just say shit? That's what it is, So there you are. You're in a pot. You get up. You got to go over and look in and see if it looks all right. Can you imagine a grown man staring down at, what he's just dropped in the old pot there and trying to diagnose whether it's healthy looking or not? Who thought when you get to be old, you revert to a 3-year-old wondering, hey, what just came out of there? I want to see it. I want to see it. Anyway, but I am taking it, and so far, I haven't died. Managed to get a couple of cuts, and they did heal up. And as far as I know, my stomach isn't bleeding. But we'll see what happens. Gotta take your medicines, I guess. All right. Well, I didn't prepare a lot of material, partly because most of the things that I would make fun of were so frightening to me that I didn't want to make fun of them, even though they should be. Oh, the one that got me, though. The Donald likes his Twitter account, I figure they created that with the idea that even the least literate of the population could put together, 2 or 3 sentences and manage that. And then I find out Trump's tweet, one of his tweets, his lawyer said that the lawyer himself had written it. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the guy's got a ghostwriter for his tweets. This is ridiculous. Oh, man. So enough of that. Got some good talent tonight. We always do. I wonder how that happens. Must be Santa Cruz. Come on up, Karaj. And if he plays really fast and gets done before the show's over, we will come back and ask him some silly questions. But I have a hunch that he's going to fill the whole show up. You're on, my man. Hey, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Great being here. My name is Arnez. I go by Karaj. Got some original tunes. Here's one. It's about the Coast Highway. It's a little instrumental called Highway 1. Another step closer to the ocean. Shades of iridescent green and blue. Swells approach and finally break in shallow water. The sand blows in your face, fills your shoes. Had you been lost, holding on to loose ground, already run out of places you could run to. Waves tumble and toss, trees staring like ghosts as the fog rolls in on the lost coast. Another step deeper in the tide zone. Surf the crest, somehow rise above. Get perspective on these unprotected waters, like the pelicans, the cormorants, and gulls. Broken reflections, a sea of shattered glass, a burned out Chevrolet from 52. Fault line shakes, lives collapse, fortunes crumble. Barbed wire fences can't obscure the view. Had you been lost, knocked out and low down, looking for something more you could believe in. Waves pounding on rocks, fog hanging like smoke. Try to clear your mind on the lost coast. These waters run deep, not just sideways, moving past on the great highway. It's a thin line drawn to the corners of the sky. The sharp relief of changes, fractured coastal ranges, cut false deals, carve through forests and steal your pride. Another step closer to the ocean. A sudden flash of red and green from blue. Another chance to finally set your world in motion. Don't look back at the sky, it's all on you. Had you been lost, world spiraling down, could you swim back to the shore before you drown? Tumbled and tossed, still staying afloat. See what you might find on the lost coast. See what you might find on the lost coast. It's windy out there on the West Coast. It's hard to say which way the wind blows. Looking out at the world through these windows, you might start to think that you're going insane when every town looks exactly the same. Running around like you got no choice till you get tired of the sound of your voice. It's hard to fight it, you might not even notice. If it's all too much to take your chances, throw it all away. Whatever it is, to keep it real. We turn away from our perception, told to deny the very connection. You might start to feel like you're all alone. Confuse what you think with what you know. Running around like you got no choice till you get tired of the sound of your voice. You might find, you might not even notice. It happens all the time, so lay it on the line. Whatever it takes to make it real. Get up in your face, tell you to buy now, it's not too late. Free yourself and face rejection. It happens all the time. Leave it all behind. Whatever you need to make it real. All right, happy Friday night, everybody out there. Can't imagine what goes on beyond the cameras, but hope it's good. Here's a song that was inspired by some writing on a seawall out at Ocean Beach in San Francisco. Changing weather out on the beach affects your strings. Under night's darkness, under night's darkness. Under night's darkness, darkness. Bend into the light, let it fill you up. At vision and sight, when it's not enough, replaying the dreams in your head. Gray to lavender, turquoise to red. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. Under night's darkness, under night's darkness. Industrial twilight, aloft in the dust. Desire and heartbreak, betrayal and trust. Adjust in the flame to burn higher. Distance grows, dimensions retire. Lift out your hands and move in close to the fire. Under night's darkness. Form and shadow fly away to decide another day. Life feels strange, the more things change as colors come undone, collapsing into one. The sun and the moon and planets align, lifted across the desert on the edge of a thin blue line. Stars reveal what's hidden inside. And the cost of living gets higher all the time. Industrial twilight, aloft in the dust. Desire and heartbreak, betrayal and trust. Form and shadow fly away to define another day. Life feels strange, the more things change as colors come undone, collapsing into one, our back toward the sun. The sun and the moon and planets align, rising with the spirit, reflecting on the tide. Stars reveal what's hidden inside. And the cost of living gets higher all the time. Bent into the light, let it fill you up. Expecting to fly, it's all too much. Last run at the turnstile before you give it up. Reliving the dream in your head. Gray to lavender, turquoise to red. How much farther till we're reaching the sky? Under night's darkness. Under night's darkness. Under night's darkness. Under night's darkness. Always think you can turn and run till all hope's been abandoned. Like a memory come undone now, you don't know how it happened. Tossing in your dreams so you can sleep. Free to choose in which lies you'll believe. Pajamas on, the curtains drawn, now you're the last one standing. In the shadows of mansions, feast before the famine. Echoed voices high above this American canyon, canyon, canyon. Full of heart right from the start. It's not like you imagined. Taught to believe in love and peace till that fell out of fashion. Saw cliffs of limestone crumble and fall in. As rainbows hold their colors to the wind. Followed the rules suffered by fools and came up empty-handed. So many saddled and stranded, denied and taken for granted. Smoke rises behind the bluff in this American canyon. Outdated maps, alternative facts, sink or swim, you take your chances. The sacred bends to material ends while banks soar through the ashes. The eagle glides along steep nameless faces. Their features fade, then the same ones take their places. The chosen few stay out of view, look down and raise their glasses. A margin on the ledger, a scattering of feathers. Sudden deluge or gathering flood, the more disenfranchised the better. Down the serpentine rapids, sweeping out across the vastness. The ridge falls back above this American canyon, canyon, canyon. Previews and common attractions, distortion and distraction. Just can't seem to get enough. In this American canyon, canyon, canyon. All right, I'd like to play a song from the Nevada desert, from the coast of California through the Nevada desert. A place real or imagined called the Twisted Pine. The endless sky is far from what it seems. Cloudless horizon confining people's dreams. The rush of silence can surely blow your mind, while ravens wait to see what's left behind. I head across the double yellow line, a gravel lot, an unlit neon sign. Profile in green, a purple woody spine. Tangled roots, branches held up high. Beneath the surface, there's more than meets the eye. And the coiled rings and knots of the twisted pine. Seeking shelter as the mercury starts to climb. Already 85, a 8:45. Backs against the Elko County line. A sage retreat or random roadhouse dive. Familiar strangers arrive onto the scene. From nowhere or nothing, not much in between. The local news on muted TV screens. In this vacuous desert, no one hears you scream. Respite and refuge from the apocalypse outside. Home away from home, the twisted pine. This crooked road is paved with good intentions. Arrows point in all directions. No traffic light or intersection. The journey is the destination. One step forward for each you leave behind. At best break even, down at the twisted pine. Bartender keeps his cards off to the side. A nod hello, the same as one goodbye. Past transgressions need no alibi. Redemption on a 14-day free trial. The folks you see and still don't recognize. Jukebox out of tune and out of time. A straight flush can't beat four of a kind. Best to bend with the rules down at the twisted pine. No judgment and no condescension. Staring at your own reflection. Enter at your own discretion. Tomorrow is an open question. Turned around each time you leave behind. Always lead straight back to the twisted pine. The desert heat can cut thirst open wide. A touch of greed can outgun native pride. A trace of silver can tear out a mountainside. Bring toxic pools of blood and cyanide. Creature of habit, the usual is fine. Soda water and a double shot of lime. Peyote buttons, eagle feathers, and rattlesnake hides. A ghost dance with the spirit, walking on fire. Learn to look straight into the light. Try to free the universe inside. Embrace the demons to negotiate the night. Follow me and get out of here alive. This crooked road is paved with good intentions. Arrows point in all directions. No guiding light, no intervention. The journey is your destination. One step forward for each you leave behind. Always lead straight back to the twisted pine. Here's a song inspired by these times. The world keeps turning, but it's different today. 7 billion, more on the way. Pulse of the planet, increasing disarray. As the ice melts away, turn up the echo, hear the decay. Analog heartbeat on digital delay. A junkie drummer, still searching for a vein. As the timing slips away, selling out tomorrow for today. Another spring, waiting for the snow. Warm breeze, unsettled down below. Greenland, Antarctica, reservoir of ice, twice the size of Texas, melts before our eyes. Ocean level rises, should come as no surprise. As the coastline slips away, soil's exhausted, crops waste away, increased drought and famine. Nothing gold can stay. Our endless summer lasts another day. as the seasons slip away. Selling out tomorrow for today. Another spring, waiting for the snow. Warm breeze, unsettled down below. Pressure drops and starts to spiral this climate of denial. Temperatures rising. Effects predicted, already underway. Great floods, wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes. Book of Revelation is now on display, and every day is Judgment Day. Systems collapse, global instability. Will we justify and sanctify what we want or what we need to finally overcome global corporate greed? The poor beg, the rich will borrow. Living for the day, forget tomorrow. Another spring, waiting for the snow. Warm breeze, unsettled down below. Politics and profits or survival in this climate of denial. Finally, when all is said and done, the Lord will judge us by what we've saved, not the wars we've won. In our dying days, will we finally feel the love, embrace the wind and water, and the power of the sun? Spotlight on the media, all the world's a stage. Belligerent talk show prophets keep the audience engaged. Crisis of consciousness, should we try to educate? Is it too little or too late? Sacrifice tomorrow for today. Another spring, still waiting for the snow. Warm breeze, unsettled down below. Science and reason are on trial in this climate of denial. Republicans turn away and smile. Another fossil fuel revival in this climate of denial. Temperatures rising. Temperatures rising. All right. Happy Friday night. Just to make it real for a moment. All right, I got at least one more song. There's more time. There'll be another song. Got an old song that's now a new song. It's about karma and the late great state of California. It's called Somewhere Down the Line. Sometimes I hear it right in the heart of a country song. An open chord rings in the back of my mind. A simple feeling kinda like a drop in the river. Maybe there's a part of something bigger that's been there all the time. Yeah, it's pretty out here, there ain't no way around it. Years ago someone said, Eureka, I found it. Sometimes I feel it, clear as a song on the radio, like a voice of someone you already know, but haven't seen for a while. We're washing down the sidewalks with teardrops, moving fast to leave it all behind, never looking back to see what we've lost, hoping this heartache will mend somewhere down the line. The hills are dry this year as spring turns to summer, still striking gold out here in one way or another. Sometimes I see it walking in the city at the break of dawn, the first chill of morning just coming on, everyone inside, washing down the sidewalks with teardrops, planting fields with silicon and wine, never looking back to see what it cost until it comes round again somewhere down the line. Still working overtime out here in California. It's still an uphill climb, can't say they didn't warn you. Sometimes I see it scrambled like the picture on a video, broken and scattered across the back of my mind. Get turned around, the city lights keep getting nearer, shining off pavement like a mirror, straight back in my eyes. Sure is busy out here, no two ways about it. To hear yourself these days, sometimes you have to shout it. There's no stopping time, but dams block almost every river. We're waiting for the rains again this winter, with only more blue sky. So it's closing time, I'm listening to Buck Owens. One of these days my luck's gonna treat me right. Not even Merle Haggard knows where it's all going, what's been lost and what's still left to find. Throw another $3 in the jukebox, 2 more songs to take me through the night. Grab another cup of coffee at the 7-Eleven. Beat the morning rush, we'll just get by. Yeah, it's pretty out here, there ain't no way around it. Years ago someone said, Eureka, I found it. Sometimes I feel it, clear as a song on the radio, like a voice of someone you already know, but haven't seen for a while. Washing down the sidewalks with teardrops, moving fast to keep it all behind, never looking back to see what we've lost, hoping this heartache will mend somewhere down the line, somewhere down the line, somewhere down the line, somewhere down the line. All right. Well, thank you so much. Love to play one more tune. We got that? All right. If you're enjoying being here, hope everybody's having a nice night out there. The song is based on the philosophical observation that all previous moments led up to this moment. It's called All Roads Lead to Here. All things provided by a gracious Son among the countless billions, and this one's come undone. Looks like we made it against the odds, running endless circles around our distant star. Dead ends into nowhere, moving pictures never clear. Something out of nothing, all roads lead to here. Never-ending story, dreams outlast the fears. Past consumes tomorrow, all roads lead to here. How far back to where we started? How long till the darkness reappears? Time keeps unfolding with our back against the past, into a new frontier. Special delivery on the backbeat of a drum. Invasion or discovery, downhill the water runs. Never saw it coming, how the West was won. The birth and death of nations at the long end of a gun. Living in the moment, surrounded by the years. Alive in a dying culture that's all but disappeared. Carrying a wide load without a blind spot mirror. Direction undecided, all roads lead to here. How far back to where we started? How long till the darkness reappears? Time keeps unfolding with our back against the past, into a new frontier. Headlights on the ocean, a boat washed onto shore. The high tide calmed to whisper, so gently climb on board. Sailed into a sunset like I'd never seen before, like rising from the ashes, like opening a door. Woke up to a strange light at a tavern by the pier. Acoustic turned to purple chandeliers. Only change is certain in the music of the spheres. Before the final curtain, everything is real. Dead ends into nowhere, moving pictures never clear. Something out of nothing, all roads lead to here. Never-ending story, dreams outlast the fears. Same time here tomorrow, all roads lead to here.